How is everybody doing today? This is Zoomer Nationalist here. Today we're going to be reviewing a video from a channel called EWU Body Cam. Pretty popular channel. I want to get into the real stuff that they're not saying though. Let's get into it. Cops find murder video on 11-year-old's Instagram. Let's get into it. We're not going to watch the full 29 minutes together. I'm going to skim through, the best of the best parts, and we're going to go over them together and take a look at it. But let's get started and see what happens in the beginning.
Yeah, just bump it. Hey, brother, you doing okay?
No, he ain't okay.
In the early morning hours of May 29th, 2024, a cyclist is murdered in a brutal hit and run. With no leads, the case goes cold until a shocking video of the incident surfaces on Instagram, posted by an 11-year-old child.
Oh, look at this. I mean, this is the exact type of behavior we're all talking about from this community. This is what black fatigue is. Look at this kid. This kid is 11. And we're going to get into the life that this 11-year-old was already leading. And we're going to get into why, this is specifically a problem in this community, and we need to address it.
What it reveals leaves investigators in shock, forcing them to confront some of the youngest violent offenders ever encountered.
Look where I hit her.
Really?
Her home.
Look at just how crazy, just what they're doing, and they're posting it on social media.
Face on. Boom.
The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. It's around 4:40 a.m. when Albuquerque, New Mexico dispatchers receive a 911 call from a woman on her way to work.
911 emergency.
Hi, I'm headed to work.
So, by the way, I think EWU does some great videos. They really do look at the crime. Again, the only issue is they're not talking about the elephant in the room or the gorilla in the room, whatever you want to call it. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to break down this video and get into it. Again, we're just going to look at the best clips, so bear with me here.
Hi, I'm headed to work and someone got hit on a bicycle. It's a lady. She's on the side of the road.
Did a vehicle hit her?
I'm not too sure. I just kind of...
Just to correct real quick, the lady on the phone is wrong. It is an older gentleman that was hit.
It was coming southbound. I was going to work and I saw the bike. It's in the middle of the road and she's on the side of the road.
Is she moving at all?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
She's kind of facing the other way. I don't know if she's okay. She looks like she would be okay because she's kind of curled up a little bit. I just really don't want to get out and look at her go,
Yeah, no, I understand. Does the bike look like it got damaged?
Yeah, the bike is mangled. It's pretty twisted up.
Though the caller first described the victim as female, police arrived to find an older male lying in the street, and it's clear his injuries are severe.
You know what the sensor means. You know what the sensor means. The sensor means this is a very graphic scene. Not approved for YouTube, obviously, so maybe picture what would happen if someone going 40 miles an hour hit a cyclist.
Hey, brother, you doing okay?
No, he ain't okay. He ain't okay. They got cameras right there. So
He's bleeding pretty good out of his head.
I'm gonna go try and block out that side of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed through there about 10 minutes ago, and then she came, and then he came.
Okay, so you didn't see what happened though, man? You just kind of saw him?
Oh, the bike in the road. Oh, look. You got that right there.
Okay.
So
One of the good ones?
did this,
Maybe?
and that's how I knew somebody was hit, because I was like,
Yeah,
and then I hope he make it, man.
Yeah.
So none of you guys actually saw what happened? You just drove up on him? Subject's unconscious. He's breathing but not responding. Thank God he had this helmet on.
Unfortunately, his helmet's not going to save him here. So before we continue on, let's take a look at the life that was lost. So his name is Scott Habermill. He was born in 1960. Great white man, accomplished a lot of things in science. But even more importantly than that, he had a wife and children. I don't know if he had grandchildren yet, but he had a big family, many brothers who miss him, many people who miss him. And it's important that when we go over these things, we don't forget about the victims. So this is Scott Habermill. So I wanted to take a moment out of the video before we get back into the baboonery that is going to be this video. And we, recognize the man who lost his life to this animal.
Police Department Operator 4187, how can I help you?
Yes, this morning I reported a...
So here a nice, seemingly white lady from the church is going to call in to the police and get them some information from some video that she had. So we're going to kind of see a little bit more about what these people did.
hit and run on a bicyclist, and I actually have some more information. I was able to pull some video footage from the church that I work at, and we actually saw him getting hit, but it's a little grainy, but it might be helpful.
Scott's bicycle light flashes between the trees just as the bright headlights of an approaching vehicle begin to close in. While it's difficult to see, the sound of the impact is unmistakable. Additional cameras capture the car speeding through the neighborhood, but the footage is too grainy to make out a license plate or even identify the make or model. At 7:25 a.m., just hours after the incident, a suspicious vehicle was found abandoned half a mile from the crime scene. One window is shattered, the ignition is visibly damaged, and the car, a silver Hyundai sedan, had been reported stolen.
So there we also have it. This was a stolen vehicle being driven by minors, none of them white. Let's just make that point very clear. Yeah, so this is some of the information we're getting. Let's go a little further ahead in the video and get more into it.
23-year-old Scott Habermill sustained a skull fracture as well as multiple facial fractures, and the cause of death was listed as multiple blunt force injuries, and the manner of death was ruled an accident. Scott was a physicist with a PhD, and investigators learned he was on his way to work when the tragedy struck. With no witnesses to the crash itself, grainy footage, and no solid leads, Scott's case is closed on September 24, 2024, pending new leads. It isn't until
Now
9 months
here's
later
where we
in
get to the
February
interesting part.
2025 that an anonymous tip reignites the case and changes everything. The tip leads investigators to an Instagram account where a video of the fatal crash
Boom, already a gun.
was uploaded, filmed from inside the stolen car. In a shocking discovery, the account is owned by an 11-year-old child named Messiah.
Alright, man, pull up.
As investigators begin diving into his account, they find videos documenting a variety of crimes, from pranks targeting fast food workers to a variety of thefts, including one video showing Messiah stealing a Ring camera from a residence.
Stealing a Ring camera. He's just doing crime for the sake of it.
These videos barely scratch the surface of the deeply disturbing material they would uncover.
Got that Glocky.
He's got multiple different guns. Look at the terrible aim. That's the thing about these people. They can't aim. They're bad shots. But the problem is, like, if I defend myself against one of these little nuggets, I'm going to end up in a Daniel Penny, Kyle Rittenhouse type situation. That's the big issue. But let's see some more of his shenanigans.
Yo, they're literally on fire.
Dude, we just got free pizza. That's awesome.
Yo, we smoked tequila. Oh, someone shot at it? Do it again.
They own none of these cars, by the way. These are all stolen cars. That's why they call themselves the Kia Boys. These are all stolen cars. I mean, the sheer amount of destruction and things, it's like, how did they get away with this for so long? This group of young black youths, as young as 11, and they got away with all of this. They've been doing all of this, basically menaces to the entire society.
Do it again. Do it again.
Messiah's Instagram records also contain screenshots of multiple people reporting the thefts, with one complaining about the lack of intervention from police. In the video depicting Scott's fatal crash, 11-year-old Messiah can be seen in the front passenger seat, waving a gun. Two others appear as the camera shifts. 15-year-old William Will Garcia
Not white.
and 13-year-old Jonathan Johnny Overbay.
White boy got involved in this. Stupid. He might be a little Hispanic, but it seems like he wants to fit in with these people, and that's a whole other issue for a whole other video.
The video, which will later be revealed, is deeply disturbing. Messiah was in the front passenger seat at the time of the crash.
So here we are
They
at
arrived
Messiah's
fully armed at the
uncle's
home of
house.
his Uncle Michael, where Messiah lives. After performing a safety sweep of the house, Michael expresses frustration.
Look at this. This isn't a horrible home. This isn't the hood. This isn't a trap house, which makes me speak to... We'll get to this at the end of the video, but this is obviously deeper than just culture. Obviously, there is a culture that affects and encourages this type of behavior. But to me, there's something much deeper than culture here.
That the officers entered his home.
We did a safety sweep to ensure nobody was inside.
Walked in there and you opened doors.
And here we have his belligerent black uncle. Hey, you better not. You searching my house with no warrants. You doing this and that. Just being a fucking nuisance. Yeah, the person you were charged with taking care of, the boy with the name that doesn't fit him at all, he murdered, I almost used TikTok language. He murdered a man. Get over yourself, you fucking loser.
Look, man, this ain't a courthouse. You can argue this in a court. We're cops. We're not lawyers.
I know that, but what I'm saying is,
It doesn't matter.
right there. If he says nobody else is
Bring that up with your lawyer. Bring that up with the lawyer.
Police investigated.
So far I want to let it be known, I've barely cut out any clips from this video because all of like the first 15 minutes of this video have been very pertinent to the point and what I want to make. So let's get into it.
A crime spree in the summer of 2024 involving an 11-year-old suspected of car theft, burglary, and a shooting, which Messiah took responsibility for in a discovered text message. He also saved several news articles outlining.
So here are the charges that he or another juvenile with him was charged with. So let's just kind of like look it over. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, conspiracy, shooting at or from a motor vehicle, shooting into an occupied dwelling, aggravated battery, unlawful possession of a weapon by a minor, non-residential burglary, criminal damage, and conspiracy to commit a fourth-degree felony. I mean, this is quite the rap sheet. And he's 11, 14, I don't fucking know. But this is, really says something.
Finding the charges filed against the 11-year-old suspect. Police at the time were not aware of the connection to Scott's death, and in their press release stated, "We are lucky someone wasn't killed." At the police station, Messiah is given drinks and snacks before detectives begin reading.
Oh, there's drinks and snacks for the poor monkey.
Back at the house, officers informed Michael that they had obtained a search warrant for the property.
So we're looking for cell phones. We're looking for any guns. Do you have any guns inside the house?
Yeah.
You do have some guns?
Yeah.
Okay, where are those guns?
One gun in my room.
In your room?
Mm-hmm.
Should there be any guns in Messiah's room?
No.
Go.
There's no gun. There's no car that killed the guy. No bike piece, no souvenirs. So just search it.
While his uncle may not have been aware, Messiah's phone record
Oh, he was aware. He was aware. Let's make that very clear.
suggest a concerning pattern involving illegal firearms, including a message in which he admitted stealing a gun at a party, and
Nice.
others discussing plans to rob gun stores. Back in the
Rob gun store. Here he is. Here's your little baby faced. Oh, feel bad for him. He didn't do nothing. He just needs some sparkling water and his snacks. He just needs more after school programs.
interrogation room, Messiah is asked if he wants to speak with detectives now that
11
he's been
years
made
old.
aware of his rights. He agrees to answer questions, but asks that they call his uncle first.
Hello, is this Michael Hayes?
Yeah.
Hello, Michael. My name is Amia Baker, and I'm with the Albuquerque Police Department. We're here talking with Messiah right now, and he asked that we get you on the phone while we talk with him. Are you okay with that?
I think I need to be in person. His lawyer advised him not to.
Covering for him. Despicable. Gosh, with these people.
Second occupant.
Now we're gonna get
15-year-old
into the
William
Mexican
Will Garcia voluntarily surrenders to police at a public meeting place. When officers arrive to arrest him, his best friend, 15-year-old
Black.
Elijah Eli Engelking, is with him. Will's Instagram records were also obtained by police, with several shocking discoveries among them, including many of Will and Eli together. Like Messiah's account, Will's is filled with references to gang.
You bang crib too? Shit. Yeah, gang. Ooh, heart emoji. That's fire. Yeah. This is the type of behavior, I call this all black culture. This is all black culture. Don't care if it's a Mexican participating or even a white boy participating. This is the culture that they're always telling us about.
Violence, and include videos of teens with firearms.
Ready? Yeah.
Not a coincidence that this Muppet is white.
Ready, Phoebe?
Eli tells detectives he wasn't with Will that night, but shares what Will explained to him about his involvement.
He was just in the back seat and they were pointing a gun at him and stuff and telling him to record. And that was really what was happening.
You notice what he does? It's, oh, he was just in the back seat. He didn't do nothing. It was the other criminals. They were pointing guns at him and they made him do it. He ain't never do nothing wrong. He's 15. He seems to be the oldest of the bunch. The idea that he did nothing wrong, very zero. He's definitely Hispanic based on the last name, but I can't tell what kind of mutt he is. Truly can't tell what kind of mutt he is.
And he was just they were really just trying to scare him. They were trying to scare the biker, Will said. And Johnny took it to another level.
Oh, of course, the white kid took it to another level.
And he found him in the back. He sped up. He killed the guy.
While Eli insists this is all the information he has, detectives will later learn that he knows a lot more than he's letting on.
Prediction, the white kid was not the driver. I'm going to predict that. I could be wrong. I haven't actually watched this all the way through. We're going to find out together. But I am betting money. You know, maybe a small amount of money, but I'm betting that it's not the white kid who was driving.
The suspected driver, 13-year-old Johnny, at the juvenile.
So here's where we're going to find out more about the quote-unquote white suspect. And the suspected driver. Maybe I'm wrong. We're going to find out at the end. But let's learn a little bit more about him and see what we could gauge just from quick observations.
Juvenile Probation Center, where he's attending an appointment with his mother. Jonathan is currently on probation for an unrelated case.
Hello.
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 First thing, immediately notice there is no father. So it is important that you have a father around. But the Mexican suspect has a father who's seems to be a decent father. So it seems like there's more to it than just that. But there is no father here.
Hi, buddy. I'm Officer Benavides. All right, can you just stand up for us? Try that pin. What? Thank you.
Now let's freeze frame on that. This is his mother. And I'm just going to come out and 100% say that is not a white woman. That woman is 20 to 30% something else, Hispanic, indigenous, something. So we have officially confirmed that our quote-unquote white suspect is not white. Not surprising.
Is that the right Jonathan? He has an uncle.
Yes, it is. Okay.
What?
Where's your?
For what?
Do you have a phone on you? No.
For what?
There's his enabling
Detective
single
will-
mother.
They'll explain everything. Okay, you're gonna go talk to some detectives.
Yeah, that's not a white kid.
So I just want to make it easier because
John.
you're gonna go with us. You're gonna be able to go with us.
Okay, am I gonna be able to hug him and love on
Yes,
him?
yes, yes,
Oh my
yes.
god.
His fucking mother. Enabler.
So he has a warrant for his arrest. We gotta take him downtown and he's gonna get interviewed by a detective unit.
Is he going to jail?
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
John receives a quick pat down out.
Oh my gosh, you're so real. Goodness, it's just these videos are such treasure troves of fucking proving pattern recognition. With the Amerimut suspect and his enabling single mother, and the detective is about to show them the video of what happened. And I really want to watch the reaction here from both of them.
After downloading the video, the detective attempts to play it for Johnny and his mother one more time.
It just sucks not knowing too, you know?
Okay, here you go.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go. First.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Great gun safety.
You going to hell, just bumping, bro. Like, you like bumping? Yeah, just bumping, but like 15, 20.
Can we watch it again?
No.
Another video recovered.
Can we watch it again? That didn't sound like John. You know, she's going to stick up for him no matter what. This is enabling the behavior. Guaranteed he has no father in his life. Let's continue on.
From Messiah's Instagram records show the teen's callous reaction to the blood on the car's hood.
Look where I hit her.
Really?
Her whole face went boom.
The detective lets Jonathan's mom know he'll be taking his phone, explaining that it'll allow them to triangulate his location during the time of the incident.
They have a DNA warrant, fingerprint warrant.
Her whole face went boom. First of all, it's a he. I mean, just the callousness of these people, it's disheartening. So basically the rest of the video is unimportant. There's the interviews. Find out it's very lenient sentencing because they're minors. They don't give us anything about the 11-year-old. Really, I just wanted to take a moment to look at the main themes and what I found interesting and what the whole reason I watched this for is we just see the crime problem, right? And we know that this is a problem that would not really exist at this level if there were no multiracialism, multiculturalism, if we didn't have these people in our societies. Every one of those kids was not white. Yeah, you can find me videos from the same channel of when white people do certain things, but these patterns of behavior, these criminal lifestyles that are led by these people are unacceptable. It seems specifically within the black community, like these people are leading lives of crime. Much more often, much more than anyone else, and I just, I've heard places before that, like, if you took out the black people and other immigrant groups and if you took basically just the white people in the United States, you would have a lower crime rate than in most nations in Europe. So, like, these people are the crime problem. They're not part of the crime problem. They're the crime problem. And you just see it there. I mean, the callousness. They're 13, 11, 15. They're already all playing with firearms. They're stealing. They're destroying businesses. They're committing crime after crime after crime. They're posting it to social media like it's a game. It's just like it's obviously time that we recognize this problem. And, there's other little things to point out, like there's definitely a single mother involved in the case of that, the whitest one, who's not white, but, he's like the lightest of the individuals. And, single mother doing a terrible job. I mean, this is the sad thing is this is all over the nation. This is all over. And we're supposed to accept it. And it's the culture. That's the real last thing I want to talk about is it's the black culture. It affects all these people. Seems mostly Asians are immune to it, but white boys fall into it. Hispanics get into it. And it's this culture of just criminality, sexuality, violence. And it's just, at a certain point, honestly, the deep thing, and I don't know how you can say it or if you can say it on YouTube, is that culture is a product of things like race. Things are deeper than just the cultures that have been created. It goes down to the cellular level. People have different brains, different groups have different desires. I don't want to ramble too much for the rest of this video, but it's like, this video definitely shows us this crime problem. And maybe in the future, we'll be discussing, like, what could we do about this? What should we do about this? But I'll leave that for a rant. If you're new, like, subscribe. If you don't like what you heard, if you do like what you heard, leave a comment. And, you guys have a wonderful night.